What if Bowser's minions are just Pokemon?
Pokemon? How?
I mean, if you think about
The Wentworth Bros.
No one lives a sadder life than a Bob-omb from Mario.
it, not even Bowser? It's a pretty sad existence.
But Bowser at least has a long life. I was thinking, why is King Bob-omb the only Bob-omb with a mustache? Is he the only one that's able to grow facial hair?
How is that even possible for a bomb?
Right, but then I realized he's just the only one that made it that far in life to grow facial hair. Because almost all the other Bob-ombs die in their infancy.
Oh, man. That's true.
Yeah, they're just little Bob-ombs, and they're exploding all over the place.
They're expendable commodities.
And all they do is try to guard their king, King Bob-omb, who's the longest living Bob-omb, and that's why he's able to grow the facial hair.
And he finally met his maker in the Mario movie.
He made it as far as he could. He should never have attended that wedding.
Yep, that was the biggest mistake of his life.
And now there are no more Bob-ombs with mustaches.
Yep, stay away from simp weddings.
You know, actually, there is one other Bob-omb with a mustache, and that's Admiral Bobbery from Paper Mario.
True.
Yeah.
Forgot about Bobbery.
He just minded his own business all his life, sailing the seas, so he never had to worry about exploding.
You know, I had a weird thought the other day about Bowser and his minions. What if Bowser's minions are just Pokemon?
Pokemon? How?
I mean, if you think about it, they're all the same as one another, just like a Pokemon. Every Pikachu is the same as every other Pikachu. Every Koopa is the same as every other Koopa. And there's different versions of the Koopas. They're evolutions. The Paratroopas.
That's true. Koopas turn to Paratroopas, Goombas to Paragoombas. You got the Shy Guys and the Snoots.
The Eevee is kind of like Koopa, in a way. He's got his different evolution forms. He's got Hammer Bro,
Yeah.
Boomerang Bro, Fire Bro,
Dry Bones.
Tribones, right? And the Paratroopa, and now the Skating Koopa in Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Because what are these things? They're very bizarre looking. Koopas, Goombas, Thwomps, Chain Chomps.
Chain Chomp is basically Onyx.
They could all pass as Pokemon, in my eyes. They all act pretty wild, too, like they're a wild Pokemon. And Bowser's caught them all.
Yeah, so they're loyal to their trainer. Although I can't imagine how many trips they take to the Pokemon Center with the damage Mario does to them.
Oh, man. Multiple trips a day, hitting up Nurse Joy.
Having her work overtime.
You know who's also a Pokemon?
Who?
Nurse Joy.
What? I don't think so. She's definitely a human.
Nurse Joy is a Pokemon.
That makes no sense. What are you talking about?
Stay with me here. Nurse Joy has pretty much thousands of other Nurse Joys that look identical to her.
Yeah, I can't tell them apart.
Supposedly, they're all blood related. There's no chance in hell that that's a possibility. Unless her father's Genghis Khan. That's the only possibility. So if there's a ton of exact replicas of Nurse Joy.
Aren't they all named Nurse Joy too?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And if they're all the exact same, just like Pokemon are, they're all copies of each other. I'm thinking Nurse Joy is her own version of Pokemon, like a Jinx. She's just a humanoid-looking Pokemon. Just like Jinx, just like Mr. Mime. There's even a shiny version of Nurse Joy. There's an Alolan version too.
Yeah, that's weird. And she doesn't really age either throughout the series.
That's true too.
So like she can only age through evolving. She stays at the same stage until she evolves.
She could be Chansey's final evolution. That's been undiscovered.
That makes sense. Chances are working at the Pokemon Center under Nurse Joy.
But like, the only thing is she can talk. But I mean, Meowth can talk.
Yeah.
So that anything's possible. And this extends out to Officer Jenny too.
Officer Jenny.
Come on, you gotta know Officer Jenny. The blue hair officer girl.
Okay. That's starting to come back to
Yeah, Officer Jenny is the exact same as Nurse Joy. Just multiples of her everywhere, and she's a police officer. I think there's something up with Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy.
First, Bowser's minions are Pokemon. Now Nurse Joy is a Pokemon. Am I a Pokemon? Are you a Pokemon?
It is a possibility.
Well, I know for certain Jessie from Team Rocket isn't a Pokemon, because that's the whole reason why she didn't make it through nursing school.
Really? I don't remember this.
Jessie is the smartest member of Team Rocket, and she used to actually be kind and caring, not the nagging Jessie we see today. She knew so much about Pokemon, she could have become a great Pokemon trainer, but she didn't want to see Pokemon fight. She wanted to take care of them. So she decided to go to nursing school to become a Pokemon nurse. But the only problem is, all of the nurses are Chanseys. So it was Jessie and all these Chanseys in class. And she was the smartest one there, just acing all of her work, helping out all the other Chanseys, but Nurse Joy wouldn't let her graduate because she's not a Chansey.
They have a monopoly on the Pokemon centers, these Nurse Joys.
Jessie was outcast. She had to leave nursing school, and that built up resentment towards Pokemon and towards society. And so she found a place where she was accepted, and that's Team Rocket. And she used her resentment, her knowledge of Pokemon, to take down the rest of the society that betrayed her. But the crazy thing is, she actually went back to that nursing school at some point, and the Chansey she befriended there actually recognized her. And instead of being upset that Jessie was this bad person now, she just wanted to hug her old friend. That lit a spark under Jessie, because she thought, like, once she went bad, she was never able to go back because the damage was done. Then when she saw that the Chansey still accepted her despite what she did, she saw there was a little bit of hope that she could turn back the time and use her powers for good.
Jessie's like most women. Pure evil at heart, but there's just something about him that you give him a chance.
She had good intentions at first. It wasn't until society turned her into that evil person.
Society ruins everything.
That's a fact.
Professor Oak almost ruined the entire Pokemon world at one point.
How?
Want to talk about societies being ruined? Professor Oak purposely gave Ash Pikachu.
Yeah, why didn't he get to choose Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur?
He was supposedly late, but the real reason is because Professor Oak told Ash's mom to set his alarm later so he wakes up late. If Ash didn't get Pikachu, it was over. The world would have been destroyed if Ash didn't get Pikachu.
I feel like that's a bit of an overreaction.
That's what you think until you look back at the Pokemon movie Forever Celebi. Because in that movie, there was a kid named Sammy. And Sammy tried to defend... And Sammy ran into Celebi at one point and tries to defend Celebi from a Pokemon hunter. And when Celebi tries to get away, it uses her powers and it time travels to modern day and ends up bringing Sammy with her. And this Sammy kid ends up running into Ash and Pikachu in modern day. They end up getting closer and closer together. And when Sammy finally returns back to his timeline at the end of the movie, it's revealed that Sammy is Samuel Oak.
Professor Oak?
Professor Oak.
What?
Yep. That little kid time traveled, and in order to not break the rules of time traveling,
Ash needed Pikachu.
Exactly. And if Ash didn't get Pikachu, that would have destroyed the fabrics of all reality. So in order to get Pikachu to Ash, he sabotaged the alarm clock.
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine all reality gets set back in our world?
We'd split the multiverse.
Jeez, yeah. Imagine there's like 100 of us in different timelines.
All in different places?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. There's legitimate proof that Starfox and Diddy Kong are part of the same universe. So obscure that those characters are connected, but there is one connection between the two. Tricky the Triceratops.
Who?
That's right. Tricky the Triceratops appears in Diddy Kong Racing and Starfox Adventures. Tricky is the boss in the Dino Domain in Diddy Kong Racing. And then in Starfox Adventures, Tricky is the prince of the Earthwalkers on the dinosaur planet.
Oh man, he is?
It's so confusing because Star Fox came out after and he's a prince. But in Diddy Kong Racing, he's the leader. But obviously, you can offset that by saying Star Fox is just set before Diddy Kong Racing.
It's possible the timelines are different.
So Star Fox eventually visited Diddy Kong's island from Diddy Kong Racing. And Diddy must have just missed him.
Now, is that island a part of the Mario world?
I'm not sure, because you would think DK would be a part of that island if Diddy's there. but he was nowhere to be found at Diddy Kong Racing.
And all the other characters are never to be found again.
Very bizarre. Did Diddy end up on this random planet that Starfox happened to land on too? You know, that would explain why Starfox and Diddy met so quickly in the Subspace Emissary in Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah, that's why they teamed them up together.
Because they landed on the same planet.
Kind of gets me hyped for like a new Star Fox game. That would be like amazing. Adventure style.
Yeah, everyone loves the N64 style Star Fox, but I like Star Fox Adventures better. That's a hot take.
Yeah, that was way better. I agree with that fully.
Yeah. Kind of like I like the Wii version of Punch-Out better than Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from the
Oh,
NES.
man.
People swear by that one, but I like the Wii version. But you know, speaking of Punch-Out, in 2024, we are getting a new Punch-Out game.
I haven't heard anything about that.
It's all but confirmed. You just got to connect the dots. Think about it. Little Mac is such a prevalent character in Smash Bros. And then they're showing him in the Mario movie with all the other Punch-Out characters, trying to keep them relevant for a new release. And Punch-Out's made by Next Level Games. You know what other games they work on? Luigi's Mansion and Strikers. You know what games came out recently? A new Strikers, and they're re-releasing Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. So now what else do they have left to get work on?
Mario Baseball.
And to top it all off, none other than Mike Tyson said that they were working on a new Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. 3 years ago he said this.
That was back when he was on shrooms every day.
Well, I think he said that, and they have been working on Punch-Out, but they're not releasing it for this console. They're waiting for Q4 2024 when they have the new Nintendo console to release the new Punch-Out.
It's one of its highlights.
Exactly. It's probably going to come with the system, I'd bet.
Well, I'm saying it right now. I want a new Pokemon Legends game. Give me that game. I'm waiting.
Give me 3D Donkey Kong. Come on.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that too. Either one.